Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the stream where we'll be looking at Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour to find out, should this have been a pack-in game with the Nintendo Switch 2, or is it actually surprisingly worth your money? And yeah, that's what we're gonna find out. It's essentially a collection of tech demos, mini games, and trivia that show off how the hardware works and just kind of explain to you how it was built, how it's made, what it looks like under the hood. Personally, as a game developer, I'm kind of intrigued by this. That's why I picked it up. So, either way, I don't think I'll feel too bad picking this up. I'm interested to see a bit behind the curtain of how Nintendo hardware developers work, and hey, maybe we'll even see some cool hardware features, some nice ideas. If it's anything like 1-2 Switch, maybe we'll see some cool things here done with the Joy-Cons or any other peripheral that we won't ever see again in any other game. But, I mean, it's sure to be promising. We'll just have to see, is it any fun? And, like, is it good for the average gamer? Is there any interest for that? I don't know, but we're gonna stay and find out. And, yeah, so you can just watch through, see what it's like, save your money, and who knows, either you just enjoy it and realize, yeah, this was a total cash grab, I'm not getting this, or maybe there's actually a good game under here, I don't know. We'll have to find out. I mean, I was reading Twitter last night about Welcome Tour, and a surprising amount of tweets were people being really positive about it, so maybe this is better than we all think. But how are you doing, Matt? Matt in chat says, will the game be goated? I don't know. I think this is my game of the year personally. um, but yeah, Filthy says it's a manual, no. In a way, yes, it is somewhat of a manual, but I think it definitely goes beyond that, explaining how the hardware works underneath the hood, which feels very not typical for Nintendo in a way. I feel like Nintendo kind of sometimes wants you to think that their games and their hardware is kind of just a little magic box that plays cool games. But yeah, no, this time you're gonna get to see the motherboard, all the components that make up the Switch, and all that. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. Matt says apparently it's good. Yeah, I've been hearing that too. I think you still you need to know what you're getting into with this game. This is not a game in the traditional sense. It's definitely also probably going to be more slow paced, more laid back. But yeah, I'm personally fairly excited for it, and I feel like on launch day, this is still a nice pickup to have to see what the hardware can do. Yeah, Filthy says, thank you for wasting a pretty penny on us. Yes, I know. I'm doing the work. I'm sacrificing myself for the community right here. But okay, yeah, without further ado, let's go into Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. How's the sound, by the way? Before we start the game, let me just check the sound here for a sec. But you guys let me know as well, and let me know once the game starts, because every game has a different volume, essentially, but I'll have a quick listen here before we jump into the game. Alright, hopefully we should be good. Yes, sound is good, but yeah, no menu music. RIP, no menu music on the Switch 2 still. Although, We had menu music uh, for the actual, like, I guess, initial setup, which was pretty cool. That was different. I don't think, yeah, there was no menu music even for the setup on Switch 1. But that's pretty exciting. Maybe we'll see more music in the future on the eShop or something. I don't know. Could be cool. I was looking at the eShop and there's a lot of cool stuff happening there. Like, the more you look at it, the more you realize they made some really smart tweaks to the actual eShop. So I think I'm going to be working on a video on that in the coming days where I just go over all the cool stuff that they changed on the eShop beyond the obvious of just like making the eShop faster and, much less sluggish. Okay, I'm ready. I'm officially ready. I've got my headphones. I've got my dual Joy-Cons with the Joy-Con straps attached to my wrists. I feel like this is the ideal way to play this game. But let's hop in to Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour and see what it's all about. Oh, you literally get a Switch intro. It's like a trailer for the Nintendo Switch. Alright, how's the volume, guys? There we go. I assume this is a pre-rendered cutscene. Maybe. But that's a pretty neat intro. Little exhibition expo here with all the Nintendo Switch 2 components. Let's take a screenshot. Gotta commemorate when we started playing, when our life changed playing the game of the year, or the greatest game of all time, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Alright, so let's hop right in, let's see what we get. Alright, welcome to the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Okay, so we're starting in a line. This feels pretty accurate. It's like the Nintendo Switch 2 experience in New York, you know? Gotta go there, gotta get in line. Luckily, I didn't have to get in line to get my Switch 2. I just got it delivered. So we just gotta pick somebody in this infinite line right here. I don't know. There's a lot of pressure here. These guys are very crucial. You probably can't change your guy later on. Let's see. Man, I don't think I could pull off Bucket Hat Man. Let's see. I mean, this guy seems pretty okay. Who else do we have? I mean, what do you look like? I don't know. He's got some glasses. This is a very important choice. Do they just repeat at one point, or are they like randomly generated? I don't know. They've just got like a handful of like features that get mixed and matched, I guess. Man. There's so many characters. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that guy over there, I think. Let's see. Where is he? How far back in the line is he? Oh, we went pretty far. No, that's not the guy. Is it? I don't think so. Okay, let's just go with this guy. Because I don't think they regenerate. I think they made new people. Alright, good enough. Let's go! Entry will soon begin, so please proceed to the gate. Alright, welcome, welcome, come on in. Is sound still good? Hello and welcome. What do you think of the venue? Is this the biggest Nintendo Switch 2 you've ever seen or what? Go ahead and walk all over it. There are all sorts of things to do around here. You can gain some insight into what makes Nintendo Switch 2 tick. Take some quizzes about the system, experience tech demos that show off the system's features, and of course, play minigames. What was the last thing? Oh, the stamp rally. Stamps are hidden all over the place, so happy hunting. By the way, if you want to move around more quickly, press and hold B to run. The exhibition is really big, so it might save you some time. Alrighty, sounds good. And we just start off right here on the left Joy-Con, essentially. Should we just kick things off with a bang, with like a mini game? Oh yeah, okay, so you can rotate the camera around here. It's got like specific snap points. Looks like X is the map. So there's a list of mini games for the left Joy-Con. There's a fair amount, although I think they might include duplicates of the same game. We've got insights that we can read into. Okay, it's nice that it kind of points out where some of them are. I think you can go inside the Joy-Con, so I guess the ones we're not seeing pointed out are probably inside the Joy-Con. Then we've got the information center area. That's where we are. And tech demos, stamps. Okay, that's kind of what you've got going. Let's see. Let's talk to this person. I think this is the one we saw on the treehouse, right? Where you just gotta dodge the spikes. Hey there, ready to show off your mouse skills? Mouse controls allow you to move your character more quickly and accurately than control sticks. In this game, there'll be lots of spiked balls falling from the sky, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. You'll need to use your mouse skills to dodge gracefully and weave tactically around them. It can be pretty tricky to stay focused. Okay, what do you think? Do you want to play Dodge the Spiked Balls Survival Mode? Sure, I'll play Dodge the Spike Balls Survival Mode. Very important. Alright, Survival Mode. One sec, let me move my keyboard out of the way, because we probably won't really need it that much anyways today. Alright, now we've got a good play area right here. Yeah, let's put my mouse here too. The whole desk space is dedicated to this very important game. Okay. So yep, mouse controls and requires I guess you just gotta start it with a click. So we gotta get like 30 seconds essentially. Dodge the spike balls. Okay. So I'm just the ship and I gotta move. Honestly, the mouse controls here feel better than on the main menu. Because on the main menu, it's kind of weird. There's like a sort of like acceleration to the mouse that you're not used to seeing on like computers. Oh no! Well, we got the first medal. Not bad. I guess we lasted long enough. Let's try again though. Feels like I could have done better. I think going to the edges of the screen is a bit dangerous, because you can easily get like cornered. Let's see. Uh-oh. Whoa, man. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, God. You know what? This is not too bad. Did we do it yet? Oh, my God. Oh, we did it! Okay, we got the 2 medals. Looking good. Alright, I think that's good. I mean, we got the 2 medals. That's what really matters here, right? Okay. Yep. So we managed to get both medals on that. You dodged those spike balls with ease. Such elegant mouse handling. Alright. Part 2. Should we try out part 2? We may as well. Collecting clear medals, huh? Oh, hey, looks like you just got your first medal. I've already got 5. Yep, I'm pretty good at this stuff. Oh, who even said that? Was that one of the guests here? What do they have to say? Do you want to play this minigame? Then go ahead and talk to the staff member. Okay. What about this one? Someone's been busy. You've already got 2 medals you need. I'll unlock Dodge the Spike Balls 2, Catch the Stars. Okay. Yes, the epic sequel. Part 1 just involved dodging. But in Part 2, you have an additional objective, collecting stars. Okay, let's try it out. Dodge the Spike Balls 2, Catch the Stars. Okay, so we gotta get 40... I don't know if it's like 40 stars or 40 seconds. Looks like it's 40 points. So yeah, pretty much like 40 stars. And I guess there's a sort of risk versus reward idea here. Okay, that was really close. Oh my god. Whoa, we did not do good. Well, we were just 1 under. That's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, could have gone that one probably. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gotta be careful. Okay. It is pretty nice to have mouse controls on a console, and I was playing it way too risky right there. Should have just played it slow. Okay. Because I want to get those medals. Seems pretty easy enough, right? How hard can it be? Although it gets exponentially harder, so it's probably best to get as much as we can at the start. Okay, okay. No pressure. Oh my god. Yeah, we did worse this time. We're not gonna stay too long on this minigame or anything, but I feel like we can beat this pretty quickly. Okay. Luckily the stars and the spike balls don't really fall at the same rate, so that certainly gives you like an advantage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just survive. Okay, a lot of stars here. That's definitely useful. Are there no more stars? Did I beat the game? Oh, okay, well we got 40. We got 42, just good enough. I thought we would have been over that, to be honest. But here we go. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Let's see. Is the sound well balanced? Let me have one final listen, because I always get stressed about that. And then I think we gotta collect some stamps if we want to go to the next area. Let me have a quick listen here. Alright, looks like everything's good. I'm gonna stop worrying about it. It's always the thing with a new game, right? Every game has its own volume. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, Matt says that minigame alone would be $2 on the eShop. Fair enough. Maybe slap a Mario coat of paint on it, and you could charge $2 for it, right? Remember when they used to charge for like a Mario calculator on the DSi and the 3DS? Mario calculator, Mario alarm clock for like $2. Why would you ever use a calculator on your DSi or like an alarm clock? I don't know. But yeah. Oh, there's literally like 3 parts to this. Oh, okay, you gotta be like an expert though. You get to come back to the game with 31 medals. That's good to know. Yeah, 31 medals. I guess there's even like a part 4 to it. Yeah, so what do these guys have to say? I had my first go on one of those mouse controls games today. Believe you me. Believe you me. I was sliding around like nobody's business. Okay, so great. There's a typo in the game. It should just say believe me. Great. How much QA did Nintendo do on this game? The guy in the very first area has a very obvious typo. Did you know you can press and hold the B button to run around? It's so much fun. Okay, let me at the stamps. Look, Ma, I'm running in the museum. Also, there's glasses here. Should you find any lost items as you make your way through with the welcome tour, please be a helper and bring them to the information center. My god. Okay. There's fun little tidbits like lost items that I gotta bring back to the front desk of the museum. That's crazy. Oh, welcome. Thanks for visiting the Lost and Founds desk. Okay. There's random little details like that in the game. Oh, thanks for turning this in. I have a feeling that somewhere out there, a lost item longs for its home. If you happen to find it, please bring it to me. Wait, did we give it? I guess we probably gave it. Wait, was that a category here? Stamps. What do the lost items do, man? Also, does them, what buttons actually do stuff? Plus and minus seem to do nothing. Okay. The newbie staff member? Oh, you get camera settings from this person? I can invert the camera controls for you. Normally, if you tilt the right stick, okay. The controls are currently inverted. No. Does it make sense? Yeah, I think the camera controls make sense right now. I don't know why they call this the inverted mode. It just turns in the direction that you press. Why is that like a thing at the help desk though, rather than like just the settings menu? I do not know. Okay, do we want to do this quiz? Heck yeah, a quiz about HD Rumble. You'll learn about the kinds of vibration it makes, where it's located, how it works, and more. Oh yes, that sure does tickle my fancy, you're so right. Glad to hear it. Well then, here's HD Rumble 2 Insights 1. Alright. I don't think I've actually tested the Rumble on any of these yet. Yesterday I was playing Mario Kart with my Switch 1 Pro controller for the time being. So today is, I guess, my first day playing with the Joy-Cons, beyond just like navigating the OS menus. Take a look here. These are HD Rumble 2 parts for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. They're different from HD Rumble parts for the Nintendo Switch console. In fact, these parts have been custom built from the ground up. They're housed within both the Joy-Con 2 and Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. And in order to fit inside the Joy-Con 2 and the Switch 2 Pro controller, they've had to undergo even further separate customization. Okay. And I guess this is what you gotta remember. Just built from the ground up and further customized for each. Wow. Look at that. Crazy, I know. The rumble of the controller is created when magnets and electromagnets shift a weight. Okay, so it's magnet-based nowadays, I guess. It's not just a motor. The rumble of older Nintendo controllers is created by a motor spinning a weight. Yep, we all know that. When it comes to Nintendo Switch HD Rumble and Nintendo Switch 2 HD Rumble, the weight isn't spinning. Instead, it vibrates side to side at a very high speed. Alright. Yeah, we had seen this all during Nintendo Treehouse so far, of course, but that's still kind of neat. This is similar to how some trains use magnets to levitate, allowing them to move at extremely high speeds. Vibrating the weight sideways makes it easier to make it rumble in various ways. Yeah, I guess you've got more control, I suppose, on precisely what happens. Okay. And let's see what we have here. the Nintendo Switch 2's console HD rumble feature has a range of intensity, from very weak vibrations to a gentle touch, to much stronger vibrations. At maximum strength, the sensation will be much stronger than the HD rumble on Nintendo Switch. That's good though, because HD rumble on Switch is pretty cool, but it's not super strong or anything. However, these strong vibrations won't be used the whole time you're playing a game. Rather, the powerful rumble is reserved for specific moments where it makes the most sense. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. And it might be like a big battery drain as well. I don't know how good the battery's on these things. If it's anything like the Switch, it's pretty impressive though. I don't think I've ever had my Joy-Con die out on me on the Switch, like ever in the past 8 years. Obviously, because typically you connect them back to the console afterwards, but still. Okay. One more, and we're ready for the quiz. We've studied hard, man. The Joy-Con 2 controllers rumble in your hand. Okay. They've been designed to transmit this sensation directly, no matter how you're holding them. Okay, well that's a neat little animation here. This is because the HD rumble parts are directly attached to the plastic on the back. The parts being so close to where your hands are holding the controllers makes the vibration easier to feel. Yeah, I'm feeling the vibration a little bit every time I switch the page. There's a little bit of a slight vibration, I guess. But the HD Rumble 2 parts are attached to the plastic on the backs of the Joy-Con controllers. Alright guys, do you think we can ace this quiz? Have we gained all the deep knowledge that we need? Okay, now that you've got all the knowledge under your belt, it's time for a quiz. Oh man, I don't know if I can do this. Let's try it out. Insights quiz. HD Rumble 2. 4 questions, oh no. But here we go. Question 1. Which part of the console is shown in the image? Man, I don't know, man. Could be the microphone. There's one on each controller, right? Let's go with HD Rumble 2, I wonder. How does the weight used in HD Rumble feature move? It shakes from side to side. No, it actually stays still. Yes, that's correct. Which of the following is true of the strength of the HD Rumble 2 feature? It can be either strong or weak. And, yep, what parts are the Rumble Parts 2 attached to? I can't read. The plastic on the back. But they're also just floating in space. Floating in time and space, that's gotta be the answer, right? And there we go. We got a perfect score. Crazy. Dude, Nintendo, hire me now. Amazing, full marks. You really know what's what when it comes to HD Rumble 2 now, hey? Alright. Okay, so the insights are all the panels that we read, and it also includes the quizzes, and I guess you can like fast travel to any of them once you've unlocked them. I mean, that's kind of neat, I suppose. Okay. So that's all good and everything. What about this area right here? Sorry, you can't go through here yet. Come back after you've had a good look around Area E. Okay. I mean, that's a ways off, right? Because we are... Wait, where are the areas? Yeah, we're obviously in Area A. Yeah, if they go in order, then we've got quite a while until we can come back here. But I kind of like it, you know, if you if you get to see more of the, I guess, same part, you have to backtrack to it later on. That's kind of neat. I'm just curious if the NPCs have, like, meaningful stuff to say. So for now, I'm gonna talk to a few of them, see how it works. Okay. Yeah, so they just, like, mention pretty general stuff. You're sitting on a button. Yeah, you're sitting on the minus button, dude. Oh, there's our first stamp, surprisingly. Mouse foot. Upper mouse foot. Okay. The mouse feet make it easier to slide the Joy-Con 2 controllers when you're using the mouse controls. That they do, although every time I've used the mouse controls so far I have the straps on. Were you startled by that stamp popping up? Don't worry, it's harmless. Have fun with the stamp rally. Hunting down the hidden stamps is sure to be a blast. Okay. Oh, there's a nice satisfying rumble when you get a stamp. Okay, the release button. You can lightly press these buttons to detach the Joy-Con 2 controllers from the console. Not bad. So we gotta get all these stamps, I believe. Yeah, dual mouse, heck yeah. We still don't know when Dragon Drive is coming out, so that's why we need... we definitely need a Nintendo Direct to announce stuff like that. Matt says, that's enough Mario Kart World for today. I have really played that much. 15 hours played. Yeah, that's quite a bit. In what, like 2 days? I guess 3 days maybe? Instead of playing this many days ago. Yeah. Wait, what, really? Ah, I didn't know that. So what, if you play 15 hours, it stops saying the amount of days and switches to the actual time? That's kind of interesting. I did not know that. Usually I'm like, oh, you gotta wait 10 days until it actually gives you your time. But here's the SL button. Okay, no explanation there. It's just the straight up SL button. The mouse sensor, these sensors check the surface they're on to work out how they're moved. Okay. And do we get to learn more about the connector? This mechanism attaches to the Joy-Con 2 controllers to the console. Oh, so it's not so much about the connector than just the whole thing. But yeah, we gotta collect all of these pretty quickly. That's the sync button. What do you have to say? Wow, I had no idea the buttons were made out of steel. Okay. You would think the NPCs would turn around to look at you, but not really. So there's like 2 quizzes just chilling out here. We're gonna come back to those later, because that's gonna be like a lot of reading. Alright. Just gotta collect all these stamps and make a run for it. Wait, I think it's time to try out another minigame, or a tech demo maybe. It's hard to see who you've already talked to. Yep, so this is just talking about the camera controls. Well, okay, once you've talked to them, the bubble goes away when you're far away. So that's kind of neat. So this is area 1. Okay, there's quite a bit of areas. And we've talked to everybody. Looks pretty good. Yeah, maybe if you check it, it'll say you started playing 2 days ago. Maybe. It might. I don't know if it's for you alone. I wasn't talking about like you specifically. I was saying like on Switch 1 that happens even for your own like personal profile. So what is this? Is this a stamp? Oh, it is a stamp. Okay. The capture button. It's funny how some of them are explained and others they just don't care. Okay, yeah, we haven't tried this yet. This is like the HD Rumble game. Where do we start? I guess we just start here. Okay. So this minigame will showcase some of the HD Rumble 2 feature. You're likely aware that HD Rumble 2 can produce very strong vibrations. This minigame will allow you to experience these strong vibrations firsthand. Move the mouse from side to side and the vibration will change its strength. Alright. Let's try it out. We've also seen this in the Nintendo Treehouse, of course, but I think after this one and the Maracas game, everything will be new. But yeah, we just got the quiz about HD Rumble, now we can try it out. I'm honestly a bit excited because, I mean, I haven't really tried out the Rumble on this controller yet. Okay, so like right here there's literally 0 rumble. And then here it starts rumbling. Oh, this is pretty good. Because like this is a light rumble here compared to here. But I feel like here's already the max like strength that the Switch 1 would reach. But it just gets stronger, man. Oh, it gets pretty strong. And then right here there's none. It's actually kind of hard to tell. I need to grip the controller better. I feel like it's somewhere about here, but I don't know how close. Okay, you know what? That's not too bad. Not too bad. We managed to get one of the medals, but not good enough for the second one, so let's try again. Looks like it's here this time. Maybe like here. Pretty good. Not bad. All right. So yeah, you can feel the difference. And it gets pretty strong in total, which is pretty good. Like at least, I don't know, it feels like at least twice as strong as like the Joy-Con ones. It's actually kind of surprising that they can rumble so hard and while being such small controllers. So pretty good overall. We managed to get those medals because we're going for 100% completion here, of course. Alright, simply exceptional. It seems you're able to gauge the strength of the rumble quite well. Alright, I actually wonder what part 2 does though. Is how do you improve on it? Oh, what do you have to say, dude? I wonder how many clear medals there are in total. I heard that nobody's collected them all yet. Okay. And what do you have to say? The left Joy-Con 2 controller lets me use mouse controls with my left hand. You just have to press L while holding it like a mouse. Okay. Yeah, so just you pick the other hand and it just kind of works. Okay. Oh, I need 7 medals. I'm actually missing one. I think I gotta do it in the other area. So I guess we'll just do that. But this is one of the tech demos, the maracas. Okay. If you've got time, okay, so this isn't exactly a game per se, but give it a try. In this demo, you'll get to shake the Joy-Con 2 controllers as if they were a pair of maracas. Physics-based calculations are used to make the beads in the maracas behave like real beads. As the beads shake around inside, the Joy-Con 2 controllers rumble to simulate that effect. Move the beads around inside the maracas and see for yourself what HD Rumble 2 is capable of. Okay, not bad. So let's try it out. Honestly, the only difference between a minigame and a tech demo in this game is that the tech demos don't really have an objective or a high score, and the minigames, they kind of found a way to make it like high score based or something. Okay, so this exhibit requires shaking the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Attach the straps and allow adequate room around you during gameplay. Heck yeah, the Wii warning message is back, guys. But let's shake the beads 20 times. Okay, we gotta change the appearance. Shake a rubber ball 20 times. Gently roll the beads, and there's a 5th mystery objective. Crazy. Okay. So first of all, I mean, Yeah, the orientation of it works pretty well. You can like shake them. I don't know how convincing it is. I feel like the sound of the rumble is sort of distracting me from the actual thing, but here it's just like a very, very like minor rumble, I guess. Just ongoing, I don't know how to describe it. Like a vibration, sort of. Okay. And what if we can change the appearance? Oh, do we have to do it? Oh yeah, you can control each one. Now there's music if you switch the appearance. Okay. Very important. Yeah, so you literally do just get the music by turning on the actual outside look of it. But how do you change the ball? Oh, the beads. I mean, yeah, this... Wait. Interesting. The small balls I was not super impressed, but the big one, it really feels like a rubber ball, like one big rubber ball. When it's like rolling on the bottom here, it feels like a subtle roll. When it hits the side, it feels like a pretty big thug. And then as it does like micro bounces, you can still feel the like micro bouncing. Okay, so I guess the secret was to shake them 100 times. Okay. So I'm gonna try to put this close to, wait, let's recalibrate. Okay. But yeah, like, wait, these are so off sync. There we go. Yeah, let's see. If I put it next to the mic, do you guys hear this? So that's kind of like the big ball rumble. And then you've got the tiny beads. So I don't know how well you can hear that, to be honest, but that's kind of what it's like. It's not too bad. As I said, the big ball is a little more convincing than the small ones, to be honest. But the big balls are pretty impressive. It feels pretty accurate to what it's like, which is pretty cool. Anyways, let's end that tech demo. We got the secret objective, which turned out to just be like shaking it 100 times. Okay. By the way, Matt, did you get this game? Or like have you played it yet? Or you're just gonna like not, which like totally fair, to be honest. Anyways, you shook those maracas like there's no tomorrow. Heck yeah, I did. Hopefully that gave you a good taste of HD Rumble 2 feature. Okay. And then this area is also top secret. We can't go there yet. What do you have to say? Oh, I think I already talked to this guy. The maracas are so cool. They feel so realistic. Yeah, I was more impressed with the big ball one than the small one, to be honest. But yeah, it's pretty accurate, especially for the big ball one. Okay. Okay. So I think we've talked to everyone on this Joy-Con. Of course, there were a few quizzes at the bottom there that we skipped. I'm just gonna skip them for now. We might go back to them, but I feel like that's pretty good for now. Can we go to Area B? Did you get all the stamps in Area A? Okay, we need a lot more stamps, actually. Man, okay. So I guess we'll just walk over to all the key parts of the Joy-Con, and surely we will find the stamps, right? The down button. Oh man, so there's one for every button. That makes things easy, I guess, realistically. The left button, the top button. Yep, we got this one. And now we're just missing, what, like 4? 5 stamps, I guess. Where could they be? We got the one over there. I mean, there's probably one for the joystick, right? Or did you just decide that we don't need stamps? Oh, there we go. Left stick. Perfect. What else? I mean, we need the shoulder buttons, so there's surely one here. Yep. ZL. And the L button. What could we be missing? The minus button, probably. Yep. And that leaves us with literally just one of them. Where would that be, I think? I don't know. Did we miss one down here? Maybe. I mean, it's hard to believe we would have, unless it's on the other side here. Where would it be? Oh, there it is. Oh, for the LEDs, yeah, of course. And there we go. We got all the stamps, so we can move on to the next area. And there we go, that's area B unlocked for you. Probably the main area where we can actually, like, walk on the console and everything like that. Yeah, Matt says I broke my monitor, so I gotta save up for that first. Fair enough. Between getting a monitor and welcome tour, I think the choice is pretty obvious. Okay. So we got all the stamps, we're good. Yep, you got every last one, good job. You can head on through. Area B up ahead can be a little slippery, so watch your step. Yeah, we're gonna walk on the screen and just immediately slide through to the Nintendo Switch 2 console area. So that's probably where all the meat and potatoes are, right? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty slippery. Oh, you get a lot of momentum. Oh, don't fall off the edge of the Switch there. It's kind of funny how you get faster, but he slows down his steps. I guess that kind of makes sense, right? What do you have to say? The X map is real handy, huh? You can pick any of the exhibits you've visited before and zip right to it. This area is pretty big. It might be best to move around using the map. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. There's a minigame where you need to guess the frame rate. This is my time to shine. Okay, I do not know if I can do this, though, because I'm on a 60 Hz monitor. In this minigame, you need to spot the difference between pairs of videos. The image shown on screen when you play a game changes rapidly. We call the rate at which it changes the frame rate, which is measured in frames per second, or FPS. The higher the frame rate, the smoother the game will look. Nintendo Switch 2 can reach up to 120 FPS. Can you tell the smoothest of 120 FPS apart from other frame rates? So let's try. Okay, please switch to tabletop mode or a handheld mode or connect a 120 Hz compatible TV. Yeah, so we can't do that because I don't have a TV like that, and of course for the stream I can't play in a handheld mode. So hopefully we can progress in a welcome tour without that, at least for today. I'll have to do it in a handheld mode later on. What about this one? What is this tech demo? Nice, you already got 2 medals, go you! When you consider this demo, boom, open for business. Alrighty. Okay, this is the HDR experience. Okay, stands for high dynamic range, is a way of producing heaps of color and light. Explosions, nightscapes, all good stuff should look nice and shiny on the screen. This particular HDR demo lets you experience fireworks. It should feel like like they really pop. You can see just how much the fireworks change by toggling the HDR on or off. Oh yeah, I've been instructed to tell visitors that the brightness will depend on your TV's HDR capabilities. Well, I also don't have HDR on. Yep, they're gonna get mad at me. If this is all about screens, this might be a little rough. Okay. Because yeah, HDR do not usually mix very well with capture cards, so I've turned off the HDR for the Switch 2 right now. But yeah, it probably wouldn't look too fancy on your end unless you've got all the fancy screens to watch it on anyways. Can we go down here? Oh, we can. We can just visit the crevice of the Joy-Con connector. I never thought we'd get to take a look around somewhere like this. I'm going to check out every inch of this place, corner to corner, top to bottom. Alright. Surely there's going to be a stamp here, yep. The magnetic connector left. This mechanism attaches to the Joy-Con 2 to the console. It's kind of like misleading to put it near the connector, because the connector obviously isn't the magnet part. That's just, like literally just the connector to charge it and to have it connect. I am curious though if there's like magnets on both sides, or if one side is just metal and the other side has magnets, and if so, like which of the sides has the magnets. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we can't do these two like screen related games. We might want to zoom out. Oh, you can't zoom out while walking, though. May as well take a nice screenshot of this. What do you have to say? I think I might be a little lost. Oh, that's right. I forgot that you can tilt R down for a good look around. Yep, that's what we just did. This is section I. Where does that go? That goes to the Joy-Con grip. Can't stop thinking about that staff member who talked like a poet. My hands continued to tremble as I handed the controllers back. Okay, any other tech demos here? This one requires 7 medals. We do happen to have that, so that's perfect. Wow, you bagged 7 medals already? Way to go. That means it's time for the grand opening. I don't know how long this game is in total, man. Are you ready for the minigame of your life? On the Nintendo Switch 2 console, you can touch up to 10 points simultaneously with your fingers. Oh man, okay, this is gonna be really rough, man. There's a lot of games that we just can't do while streaming. Okay. So we have made this minigame where you have to touch 10 different places using touch controls. You've got to put your fingers on the indicated color one after another. Okay. And once you place a finger, you're not allowed to move or take it off the touchscreen. It's kind of a strategy game, I guess. You gotta think about which fingers you want to use next. Okay, if it's too difficult for you, you might want to bring in a second player to give you a little help. Okay, it's gonna say that we gotta be, of course, yep, handheld mode. I mean, that's kind of rough, but I guess it makes sense. We are on the screen portion of the console right now. But let's talk to some of the NPCs. I love to learn, so I'm just focusing on reading all the insights. I'm glad you can get from area to area just by collecting stamps. Yeah, and this is, I mean, yeah, you're totally right. That's a good point, dude. You just gotta get the stamps to move on, so you don't necessarily have to do the games. Although there will be an issue with the amount of medals I have at one point. Like this demo here takes 9 medals. I'm sorry to break this to you, but you need 9 medals. Okay, we don't even know what it is. This place looks pretty slippery, but also kind of fun. Maybe they're gonna say what it is. Whoa, the vacuum cleaner and hairdryer noises were totally gone. That's wild. Is this about the microphone? Okay, so that's where you can check out this noise reduction business. Okay, I want to see what it's like. Let's go. Okay. I read in an insight that the sound of clapping specifically doesn't get removed. That sure came out of left field. That is kind of interesting, yes. So any mini games? There's a tech demo over there that we might be able to do, maybe. Maybe. What's this about? So luckily you get 1 medal. You can try the Super Mario Bros. Demo here. The 4K image on the Nintendo Switch console right now is made up of lots of different pixels. Images on the old NES or Famicom had far fewer pixels than this. If you try to display each pixel from back then with pixels on a modern 4K image, there's a massive difference. The game screen ends up looking super small. One look at World 1-1 from Super Mario Bros. Tells you all you need to know, really. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so, yes, this one's talking about 4K. I did plan for this one, though. Because, so as I was saying yesterday in my Mario Kart stream, I'm having, like, issues with my capture card in 4K, because I think one of the, like, there's 3 HDMI cables. I split it 3 times to be able to record. I think one of them is not 4K compatible, but for this game specifically, I can still switch it, and I only see it on my computer. I don't have my monitor anymore, so this is going to be hard to play Super Mario Bros. On a small OBS capture preview, but this should work, so bear with me. Hopefully the stream does not crash, but it should work. It's just gonna stop for a second here. Alright, so now I don't see it on my screen, but I still see it on OBS. Hopefully everything is still working. Yeah, like all the other ones I need to be in handheld mode, but for this one at the very least, and I also appreciate that it let me literally change in real time without having to like reboot the game. Now I can't hear the game though, so let me get my headphones from my PC to get the sound from the OBS capture. What, did the stream crash? Did the stream actually crash? Nah, dude. Urban, are you messing with me? Wait. Nah, it's working. Urban's messing with me. Right, Matt? It's working, right? Everything should be working. Okay. Just gotta make sure. This is like the only one we can do, because all the other ones have... It works, okay. That would have been bad. I tested this last night, so it should work. Anyways, let's try this demo. As if playing the entirety of level 1-1 on a single screen wasn't already small enough for my eyes. Now I'm looking at it on the Elgato preview, which is like 480p probably. Anyways, we gotta complete the course, enter the pipe, and complete the course. Oh, enter a pipe. Okay, we gotta go to the secret area, essentially. Complete the course as Fire Mario, fully explore and complete the course, and a mystery one as well. So that's pretty good. Damn, they put Mario Bros in it? Oh, did you not know about this one, Matt? This one was shown in the treehouse. Okay, I don't mean to alarm anybody, but because I'm looking at this on the Elgato preview, which is only taking up about half of my 1080p monitor, I can practically not see Mario. Oh my god, okay. If I'm squinting and very close to the screen, I can kind of see Mario. Also, you can't jump with B. So I guess this is accurate emulation. I'm just trying to find the sprint button. Can people even see this? If you're watching the stream on a phone, you probably can't. I died. I landed in front of the Goomba, I can tell you that much. Do I have a limited amount of lives to do this? Okay, where's the Goomba? Oh, there comes the Goomba. Yeah, we successfully stomped on the Goomba. Also, there's no pause button. Wait a second here. It works. Be right back, says Matt. Perfect. Which capture card do you have? Oh, I'm gonna wait until you come back to answer, I guess. Okay, we got the Super Mushroom going here. And... Okay. Okay. I think the next pipe is a warp pipe, right? Oh, B is mapped to sprint. Oh, this is so weird. It's B to sprint and A to jump, so it's like completely inverted to what you would see usually in a Mario game. But they didn't really bother to remap it to something that makes sense. Okay, okay, no pressure. But there are Goombas down here. Oh my god. Did I get the Goomba? Oh, I did, okay. I mean, I took some damage in the process, but we're going down the warp pipe. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is kind of cheating, I guess, but they put the secret area literally underneath. Which probably that's not how the actual real game is programmed. But that's kind of neat. Oh, that's cool. You get to visualize how much of the level you skip with this warp pipe thing. Oh, interestingly, this is like the actual original game where you can't backtrack. So we just managed to skip like a big part of the level here. Okay, it's so crazy. Yeah, it's rough playing this on like a 480p preview. If I was on my real monitor, it would probably be okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, now we're at the checkpoint, so we're yet again at a different place in the level. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we got the Koopa. Heck yeah, let me get the, I'm very much struggling here. Why does Mario not move? Oh, I can't move further back than this. Oh, that's right. Because even if I can see the whole level, you can't go back the point where the screen is technically off screen. That's really weird. Okay, well, let's get the Goombas here. Also, there's a bonus for ending with a fire flower. So, I think there's a fire flower. No, well, it's a mushroom for now. But we might have a shot at a fire flower. Oh, I can't walk back any further. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, there goes the Goomba. It's so weird. Because you can see the level, but the Goomba literally just, like, vanishes into oblivion right in the middle of the level. It's kind of weird, because they're emulating the original game. Whereas they should have, like, used the modern controls. Like, they should have tweaked the ROM or something. But they really didn't. That's why you gotta have, like, A and B. Okay. Oh! Oh no! Oh no, we died! This is harder than it looks. I think, like, in the Nintendo Treehouse, they just, like, beat this on the first go. Well, also... Oh, we got a game over. That's why we're literally starting at the start again. Okay. We got that. We got a mushroom. Because we gotta get all the objectives, right? To, actually get the medal. So we gotta complete the course. Enter the pipe. Do we have to do all 5 of these at the same time, too? And we gotta complete it as Fire Mario. So that's gonna be tough. You don't just need to be Fire Mario at some point. You literally gotta complete it as Fire Mario. So we'll try to do the best we can. Luckily, I mean, this skip is certainly helpful for that, right? Okay, we got one Goomba. That definitely makes things easier. By the way, if you're watching this on a phone on YouTube, I recommend using the zoom feature if you didn't know it existed. Okay. I don't know if you're back, Matt. I was gonna answer your capture card question, but I'm waiting for you to be back. Fully explore and complete the course. So we did not do that. And also, wait, did we get this? Oh, I guess we'll never know if we beat the block. Okay, sprinting is so hard when sprinting is on B and jumping is on A. Like, that's rough, man. Well, we got the flag. So we only got 2 of those objectives. I guess we'll just have to go back for more. Oh yeah, look, the controls were down there. But seriously, why did they put dash on B? Like, what is this nonsense? You know what? If I tilt my Joy-Con sideways in my hands, it's not too bad. Okay, so I got the Goomba. Let's get the mushroom. This time we don't want to go in the secret area. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. It's all over for Fireflower, I think. Well, maybe there's another mushroom opportunity, I don't know. This is usually where you would get the Fireflower. If you didn't mess up. I think there might be, Oh, the Koopa's coming. The Koopa's here. There might be a Fireflower up there, too. I don't think so. I can't really tell. Oh. Oh, yeah, right, that's the superstar. Yeah, I can't tell if there's a Fireflower opportunity. I think the superstar might break these blocks. So, let's just see. Oh, we can't go back any further. Alright. Well, I guess the dream of the Fireflower will have to... Actually, there might be one here. There might be one here. We'll just have to get rid of these Goombas first. Okay, we got rid of one. Nope, no Fireflower for me. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. I think they were saying... I heard an article on, I don't know, one of the news sites, I guess, where I think if you go above the flag, that might be the secret objective here. Okay, one sec. It's so hard to, I'm literally, like, using my sideways Joy-Con so that the button placements are better. Okay. So we gotta fully explore the course. But I think the secret one might be, that you gotta jump over the flag or something. Okay, so yeah. Sideways Joy-Con in one hand, and the other Joy-Con for the control sticks. This is going great. I mean, it'll be better. I did not think it would take us this long to beat World 1-1. But I guess that's what happens when you can barely see what's happening, and I can't get the mushroom because I can barely see what's happening. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, I'm just not even gonna try to get the Goombas. I'm just gonna try to survive. Okay, we got the Fireflower. We're in business. Okay. Can we get the Koopa? I think we got the Koopa, because I don't really see it approaching. Oh no, there it was. Okay, we gotta take this very carefully, because we gotta get to the end with the Fireflower. Okay. Okay, we did good. Okay, let's just not fumble this one. I almost fumbled it, because it's hard to hold the Joy-Con in a decent way here. Okay, is that the last one? Did we do it? Oh yeah. Wait, let's get a running start. So much for the running start. Alright, we got it. Completed as Fire Mario. I'll get the 1-up mushroom. That's the secret objective. Where's the 1-up mushroom in this thing? Where is the 1-up mushroom? That's a good question. I should know that. Anybody know where the 1-up mushroom is in level 1-1? Okay, so we got the regular mushroom. Oh, we took some damage. I mean, it might be in the pipe. We may as well check it out. But it's probably not here. Get a 1-up mushroom. Does that include getting a 1-up from coins? I mean, there's probably a 1-up mushroom in here, right? I mean, I never thought I would say this, but I'm just like a little bit stumped to where you get a 1-up in Mario Bros. 1-1. Oh yeah, we're just past that now. Maybe you do just need to get the top of the flag here? I don't know, man. If there's actually an Easter egg for going above the flag, it's incredibly hard to actually make it there. But we actually might need this medal though, so we gotta try really hard, because a lot of these other demos we can't do, because we don't have the, I don't have the 120 hertz without using handheld mode. Okay, so we're not gonna go in the pipe this time. See, we're actually getting a bit good though, now that I'm holding the Joy-Con sideways to have a sort of logical button placement. We've even got fire. I mean, there's, I think, might be one of these above. Oh my god. I mean, we did good. Koopa's coming for us. I thought that might have been the 1-up mushroom, but no. It might be up here. I'm just trying to remember. That's another fire flower. Okay. And somehow we are still alive. It might be here. Or just like here. I don't think I can hit that. Is there a 1-up here? Is there a 1-up chilling here? Nothing here. Nothing here. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, man. Is there a 1-up chilling anywhere? Not quite sure. I don't know, I guess that'll be it. Because I can't think where there would be a 1-up in this course. If we exit, hopefully we don't have to redo all that later. Okay, come and have another go whenever you want. Yeah, I just don't know where the 1-up mushroom would be. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna flip this back to 1080p so I can actually see it on my proper monitor and stop looking at the small preview to do this. Let's see. Right here, so it's gonna flicker for a sec here. But it should be good, and the stream should still be good. Okay. Are we still good, chat? Are we all good? Hopefully. Okay, let me switch headphones again, and I mean, we can go to other exhibits, so if there's too many like things that are related to the screen, I think it's about time we check out other like controller demos or stuff like that. It's nice, as I said, that you can just collect the stamps and go to other exhibits if you can't do certain like tech demos or whatever. But I'm still puzzled where the 1-up is in Super Mario Bros. 1-1. Okay. Yeah, I think literally all of these, other than the Mario one we just did, but we can't find the 1-up. I think all of these we cannot do. So let's just quickly like try to find all the stamps. There's gonna be stamps for all the key like system features. So volume button, yep. Power button, surely, yep. There's probably something here. Oh, there might be some, yeah, for the cooling vents. The air vents right here, may as well talk to this guy. There sure are lots of stamps on the edge of this area, huh? I didn't think there would be this many. Well, that's where all the stuff is. The USB-C port, nice that we have a second USB-C port on the Nintendo Switch 2 now. This connector can be used to charge the console's battery, connect a camera, and more. Alright. The audio jack, aka the headphone jack. The game card slot. Sounds good. This is going to be the microphone, which apparently is supposedly good for removing background noise. We haven't really tested that out yet. This demo is about the microphone, but we need a bit more metals, so we might have to come back to that. Area C is right over there, so we'll have to do that. What do you have to say? A stand is light and robust as extra super duralumin. That's my favorite kind of duralumin. Okay, heh, never thought I'd hear that around these parts. Okay. Where would there be other system features? Yeah, there's like rubber pads at the bottom. I noticed the other day while doing handheld mode, but that's a nice switch from the Switch 1. The speakers. Apparently the OLED had speakers on the side as well, but I never had a Nintendo Switch OLED, so I don't know. And this is the air intake because the Switch is warm. It's a warm boy. It's powerful. The USB-C connector, of course, for the dock. Is there a second speaker? There is. Or sorry, that's the air intake. There's probably a second speaker too, though, because they pretty much have a stamp for both. And we're missing 2 stamps. There was a stamp down there. So there's... wait, was there 2? No, there's just a guy and a stamp. There's probably a stamp over there. Is this the elevator to go down? It is. Nice. Okay. So surely there's the right connector. And that's probably it. The last one is there's probably a stamp. Oh, we found a lost item. Okay. And there's probably a stamp for the screen, which could be anywhere, but it's probably like right smack in the dead center of the screen or something if I had to guess. Like near here somewhere. Maybe in here. In here. Where's the center? The center's kind of like... Oh, there's the center. The touchscreen, yep. And there we go. That makes... that's all of them, right? Oh no, there's still one missing. Okay. What could it be? Is there a hint? No, there's no hint. What part? Oh, there's a light sensor maybe somewhere. I'm seeing a suspicious looking thing on the side there. The screen is gigantic. There was something weird looking over there. Oh, that's a reflection. That's kind of cool. It reflects the sign though. The screen when it's brand new is definitely very shiny. Let me tell you about that. I'm too old to be getting lost like this. My girlfriend's gonna be upset if I don't get back to our meeting spot in time. Okay, where could it be? What did we not get? I don't know, that's a good question. Did we miss something on the side here? I don't think so. I don't know, I'm a bit stumped. I mean, probably it's the light sensor, I'm guessing. But where would the light sensor be? The light sensor probably has to be like on the edges. Wait, was there something there? Or was that just the guy wanting to talk? That was just the person. If there is a light sensor in this console, I assume that it's somewhere on the black border. I'm not actually sure where. The light sensor was much more obvious on the Switch 1. I do not know, man. What do you have to say? My sixth sense, it speaks to me. It's saying there's a hidden stamp near here. Okay, yep. So it is somewhere here. And they had to put a guy for that, because it's pretty tricky. I hope you're not referring to the one at the bottom. Because where the heck would... I bet you it's the light sensor, but where is it? Where is it, man? Tell me where the light sensor is. I really hope it's not just a guy referring to the stamp in the rail below. It might be. It really might be. Is there like a hints feature for this? Because this seems a little stupid. Or like, how close are we talking to you, man? Or is he just joking about the fact that he's like standing above one? He might just be joking about the bottom one. Hello, hello, maybe let's go to... I wonder if they give hints if I go to Area C. But yeah, I don't know where the light sensor would be. Maybe, what do you have to say? We're supposed to meet here, but he must have gotten lost. Okay, so that's his girlfriend, I guess. Did you get all the stamps? No, I'm looking for one, man. Close to the edges of the console. Happy hunting. There might be one stamp in the center. Tomorrow's Xbox showcase, yay! Heck yeah, Matt. Okay, maybe we'll just do one of these quizzes in the meantime. Where's the last stamp? It would help if we at least know which part it is. I suspect it's the light sensor. Okay. Sure, let's do that. Game cards. Let's read about game cards and game key cards. I'm sure that'll make people happy to learn about game key cards. If you take a peek inside a Nintendo Switch 2 game card, you'll see it's quite different from a Nintendo Switch game card. Its data can be read in a different way. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Assuming a buffer size of 4 megabytes, The read speed is about 5 times faster than that of a Nintendo Switch game card. Okay. However, some games may be doing more in the background than just loading. So it's not guaranteed to load around 5 times faster. Also, Nintendo Switch 2 game cards have a higher total capacity than Nintendo Switch game cards. So the contents of these game cards are really quite different. Alright. Let's see what this one has to say. Any predictions for the Xbox showcase, Matt? There are 2 different colors of game cards. Nintendo Switch game cards are black, while Nintendo Switch 2 game cards are red. Other than the colors, they look practically the same in terms of size and shape. But there's actually one more difference. The Nintendo Switch 2 game card has a distinct shape. Okay, yeah, I'm curious what this is supposedly for. When a game card is inserted into the game card slot, the Nintendo Switch 2 console checks to see if the game card has this shape. Oh, so it is kind of like the 3DS. Well, I guess the 3DS, probably it didn't check the shape, it was just to prevent you shoving it inside of a regular DS. The Nintendo Switch 2 console checks to see if the game card has this shape. This is how it tells the difference between Nintendo Switch 2 game cards and Nintendo Switch game cards. You would think they could possibly also just do it through software, right? It changes the way it reads the data based on this. Because literally, if you shove a Nintendo Switch 2 edition game in a Nintendo Switch 1, it still needs to boot up the Switch 1 version. So, well, I guess they could have made the card act as a Switch 1 version unless otherwise, and like if the Switch 2 detects that it's a Switch 2 game, then boots it in the Switch 2 mode, I suppose. But it just defaults to Switch 1? I mean, maybe. Anyways, yeah. So it talked about the shape. Apparently the Switch actually detects that shape. I kind of thought they would just do it through software. The Nintendo Switch 2 console has a game card slot. But it doesn't just take red Nintendo Switch 2 game cards. You can also insert the black Nintendo Switch game cards. So what does this mean? It means that in addition to being able to play games that are exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch games too. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, gotta get that legal disclaimer right in Welcome Tour. You can play many different games on Nintendo Switch 2. Alright. I think we're ready for the quiz. And let's see what it's all about. Yeah, Silk Song tomorrow, that would be pretty cool. It would be cool if it launches real soon. Imagine we just get to play Silk Song on the Switch 2, like, this week. Dude, that would be sick. Like, literally, just waiting for Donkey Kong. Since you were so kind to read all that for me, I've got a little something lined up for you. That's right, it's a quiz. Okay, let's try it out. Guys, can we pass the test? Help me out in the chat. This is gonna be really hard. Game cards, here we go. What do Nintendo Switch 2 game cards have more of than Switch, just regular Switch cards? Well, possibly weight, you never know. But definitely capacity. I would argue there's also more labels, because there's a lot more disclaimers. What is the purpose of the Switch 2 card's distinct shape? Yes, it also saves on plastic. These are fun, like, alternative answers, I guess. But it determines the type of game. Which kinds of games can be inserted? Literally both. But you gotta go with the famous all of the above line. And we did it. Dude, absolute genius. Okay. I have finally found someone who cares as much about game cards as I do. Cool. How are you enjoying the insight quizzes? If you like, I can give you some very special insights. Like what? Oh, you'd like me to share my insights with you? Perfect. You can actually use mouse controls on the Switch 2 home menu. Just go on the home menu, place a Joy-Con controller on a surface, holding it as you would a mouse, and it will change to mouse controls. There's still much more to discover about Nintendo Switch 2. I hope you'll take the time to find it all. Yep. Okay, what about this quiz? Is this also about game cards? You can learn more about the Nintendo Switch 2 console's microphone here. You'll learn about things like noise reduction, voice level balancing, and more. Okay, I'm actually kind of intrigued, so why not? Let's go ahead with that. Microphone Insights 1. Oh, there's a lot of insights for the microphone here. The microphone and chip. The Nintendo Switch 2 console has a built-in microphone designed to improve the game chat experience. Aside from the microphone, the console also contains a chip which makes people's voices easier to hear. This is handy for when you want to chat as you play. Okay. The console's chip is designed to make voices easier for you to hear. On one way it does so is by reducing the noise around you. This is called noise reduction. The Nintendo Switch 2 console uses a form of noise reduction that's been customized for playing games. The noise reduction function doesn't just focus on spoken words, it's also designed to preserve mood and emotions. Take the sound of clapping. If you just wanted to convey words, the sound would be treated as noise and reduced. We've balanced this so that the clapping doesn't go away, letting you immerse in the vibrant, positive atmosphere. It's a form of noise reduction designed for playing games. Okay, that's kind of clever. Just gotta choose what you leave in as types of noises. The console's chip is designed to make voices easier for you to hear. One way it does so is by reducing unwanted background noise, such as the sound of a vacuum cleaner. I really don't know how good it can do that, considering how loud that would be. But that's not all. The Nintendo Switch 2 microphone also picks up sounds from the console itself. Yes, that's true, because it's pretty close. But at least that's like a known quantity that you should be able to filter out pretty easily. For example, it picks up the sound from the Nintendo Switch 2 console's air vents. Oh, there's actually a nice sound demo. Yeah, fair enough. The air vent is positioned right next to the microphone, so it ends up being much louder than a person's voice. That's a fair point. Yeah, it's kind of an odd positioning, but I guess noise reduction is just so good nowadays that the engineers were like, yep, we can do that. With the chip, this loud noise is completely erased. Also, it even removes the snapping noise that you hear when you attach the Joy-Con controllers on the main body. Okay, let's have a listen. They don't really have a sound sample for this, do they? It's been designed to reduce as much external noise as possible so that others can hear you. Yeah, so it's gonna cut out everything, but you'll sound like a tin can in the end. I haven't really played around with the microphone and game chat yet, but I have seen others do it, and it seems pretty good. Pretty decent, honestly. Obviously, it's not like studio quality sound, but it works pretty well, it seems. But yeah, it was always kind of an odd choice that they decided to put the microphone on the console rather than, I don't know, like on a Joy-Con or like on at least the Pro controller should have a microphone when you're like playing on your couch. But it's a bold move saying you can use your microphone from like literally like 10 feet away or like 4 meters away when you're on your couch. Don't know how good that will be. The good news is you can actually plug in a microphone of your own into the Pro controller, so that's good. They at least let you use your own mics, so I mean, I thought Nintendo would not have done that, to be honest, but they did. Could you turn up the game sound? I can't really hear the sound demos. Oh yeah, that's totally fair. Let me do that. Just remind me to maybe like lower it right after, because it might be too loud. But for the sound demos, yeah, let's go back to it. Let me grab my mouse. What are we at? We're at minus 14 decibels. So let me bump that up for you. Let's just go full volume for now. I don't know if you can still hear me good, but which one was it? I think it was this one. Was it this one? Let's have a listen to the sound demos. I think it might have been, yeah, it was the other one. I'll even mute my mic, because the mic has a bit of static, so you'll get the accurate... Oh, sorry. That's, okay, that's the new panel. Well, let's read the new panel then. The console's chip is designed to make voices easier for you to hear. Sounds good? Okay. Hopefully, my voice isn't too low now compared to the game. Okay. One way it does so is by removing game sounds that the microphone picks up from the TV or from the console speakers. Oh my god, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. People using game chat while just having the sound of the game on their TV. That's rough. Yeah, the Switch has a really hard task ahead of it. That sounded really chaotic. Thank you for the absolute annoying noises there, Nintendo. Okay, it can be noisy with all the overlapping sounds. Noise that gets re-amplified like this is called feedback. Oh, I see why they're making it sound bad. Yeah, they're trying to say, like, if the mic captures the same sound, and yeah. Okay. The chip does its best to remove these game sounds and prevent feedback. Although realistically, there can be all sorts of sounds coming out of a TV. These sounds can vary depending on the TV and the specific setup in your home. So removing them can be difficult. For that reason, game sounds are also sent to the chip. The chip selectively removes these sounds based on the sound quality and acoustics. Alright, so let's just go back to this one for the sound demo. So this was the noise removal of the fan. Let me mute myself to have not even the mic static. Okay, so that's kind of like a sample of that. It's not... Oh, you gotta hold to cancel. I don't think there was anything... Was there more? Not really. Like, you couldn't hear anything here. Like, I don't really know. The sound doesn't convey what they're talking about, but that's fine. Okay. And then let's have a look at this one. Yeah, Dash is that's really cool, smart as hell. Yeah, the Switch 2 has to do a lot of heavy lifting when you think about it for the mic. I guess, you know, maybe it is smart, like the place where they put the microphone on the console, they definitely gave themselves more work because of that, compared to like putting it on the controller. But at the same time, I guess if you have a really robust solution, it's kind of nice, because you know, some people's environments are really not ideal for voice chat, right? Like right now, I'm in a decent environment made for live streaming, but you know, if you have your TV, you're in your living room, the console is like 5 meters away, and you're also listening to the game on the TV speakers at full volume, that's a lot of heavy lifting. So at least if you have a really robust solution, no matter like people's mic setups, it'll probably be half decent. That said, I did not actually test game chat yet, so I don't know how good or bad it is, but I've seen some people use it, and apparently it's pretty decent. Anyways, let's go to the last one here. Balancing voice levels. The console's chip is designed to make voices easier for you to hear. If some people are quieter than others in game chat, it might make them difficult to pick out. The chip automatically makes it so that each voice can be heard at roughly the same volume. Of course, some people are naturally going to sound louder than others, but even more importantly, volume differs depending on the mode. In handheld mode, yes, that's also a good point. The mic needs to compensate for how far away you are. The console will be close to you, delivering sound straight into the microphone. In TV mode, however, the dock can be relatively far away, which means the mic may have trouble picking up sound. Whether someone's up close in handheld mode or sitting on the sofa far from the TV in TV mode, you'll be able to hear people's voices at about the same volume. On top of that, even if there are several people in front of the TV all talking loudly, the chip takes account of their individual voices and balances out their volume. Well, that's kind of clever though. If it balances out the volume of the people within the same room being recorded on the same microphone and it just like adjusts it, that's kind of cool. So yeah, in summary, Switch 2 does a lot of heavy lifting in terms of audio. Like, literally quite a lot. Whether after all that processing it sounds like a tin can or not, hard to say, but I mean, overall it sounds, I think, decent, is what I gather from listening to other people use it. It sounds usable for regular people, it sounds serviceable, it's not like studio quality recordings or anything. But that's not too bad. A good way to test that would be like, you can apparently plug in any like USB mic in the Switch 2. So like I could theoretically, and maybe I'll do this for a video in the future, so check out the channel for that in the future, but like you could theoretically plug in the mic I'm using right now, the Elgato Wave 3, into the Switch, and then you would have a direct comparison, right? Like here I've got direct capture to my computer, with like fairly decent quality. Plug it into the Switch 2 and you'll see how much quality you lose from all that processing. Although I did see that in the settings menu there's actually like a toggle to apparently not do any noise reduction. So possibly if you, like, I don't know if there's still some noise reduction done if you like toggle it off, because like we just saw there's a lot of stuff it has to do, including just like basic fan noise, but there is a toggle to turn it off, so I don't know if it's actually the raw audio at that point. Anyways, let's do the quiz. Yeah, Nightbot's still on Tears of the Kingdom. I'm sorry, I should have turned him off. Hey, guess what time it is? Quiz time! Alright. So let's do the microphone quiz. That one so far was actually surprisingly interesting. But here we have the talk about the microphone. I think I'm gonna lower the volume again here, because I think the music is like the same volume as my voice, which might be annoying. Let's see, 12 decibels. How's this? Is this good? Matt, how's the sound? Is the game still too loud or too low? Like how it is right now, essentially. Which component designed for the game chat is built into the console? What? There's no tiny conversation partner in the Switch 2? I love it. I love it. Microphone. Weirdly, no built-in camera. Kind of an odd choice. It's probably for cost-saving measures, to be honest. Also, I guess if it's docked, makes sense to not have the camera built in necessarily. Apparently, you can use your own webcams as well, and I mean, I might test that for a video too. So, consider subscribing for all the new people here today. If you want to see some more informational videos about the Switch 2 that I'll be making in the coming days. And other than that, we're just playing the Nintendo Switch 2 pretty much every day this week, so subscribe for that as well. Okay, anyways, the Nintendo Switch 2 console's built-in chip removes noise, makes voices easier for you to hear, but one type of sound is not removed to provide a more enjoyable experience. Yeah, they said they keep clapping into it. Question 3. The chip that's designed to make voices easier for you to hear removes a buzzing noise from the Switch 2 console. Where does this noise come from? It's also not angry bees. It's a fan. If it's the battery, that would be concerning, and I would be concerned. Okay, the chip in the Nintendo Switch 2 console that's designed to make voices easier for you to hear removes sound from the speakers to avoid which phenomenon? Feedback. Okay. And the chip in the Nintendo Switch 2 console that's designed to make voices easier for you to hear. This is a long name. They should give this chip a name, man. Balances out which aspects? The volume of their voices. Yeah, not so much the pitch. Alright, did we do good? We did. Hey, nice. Okay, Matt says I think it's perfect now. Okay, good for now. Awesome. Awesome. Perfect. Masterful. A flawless victory. I think you might know more about microphones than I do. You know, for a YouTuber, I still have a surprising amount to learn about microphones. Even though I've been doing this for 9 years. Okay. Yeah, you don't get a medal for that quiz. So we still gotta find that darn last stamp. So that we can actually go to the next area. Because all of the... Oh, there we go. We found it. Okay. Ah, the brightness sensor is on the top. I'm curious. Wait, can I see it? Oh yeah, you can actually see it. Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's a good place for it, I guess. Nice. Yes, because all of these minigames here are unfortunately frame rate based, or like, there was a touchscreen one. We can't do those on stream. You'll have to actually buy Welcome Tour to do those games. Sad, I know, I know. You can't just sit back and watch. You gotta buy the 15 Canadian dollars, 10 American dollar tech demo. But honestly, the vibes are pretty good. It's pretty chill, you know. You gotta know what you're getting into. This is a chill, slow-paced game, but honestly, it's pretty chill. And as a game developer, I definitely, of course, I know many of this. It's not like new, but it is nice. It's nice. It's chill. Especially the tech demos and the mini games to give some cool ideas for what you can do with the Switch 2, essentially. Talking to staff members is a good idea, even if you don't have enough medals to play. It'll add the exhibit to your map so you can quickly check how many medals you need to play. Oh, that's actually a good tip. Okay. So we should be able to go to Area C and actually have some mini games we can play here. Did you get all the stamps in Area B? We sure did. Finally. Alright, you got everyone. Let's go. Way to go. You can head on through. Oh, and if you feel like revisiting any location you've been to before, choose an exhibit on the map with X and press A. Okay. It's pretty handy, so be sure to take advantage of it. Alright. What do we have on the right Joy-Con? No more IR sensor, that's for sure. Okay. But looks good. Let's take a screenshot, very important. What was I gonna say? I don't even know. Oh, what's here? Oh, we found another lost item. Oh, it's, wait, how do we get there? Ah, we can literally walk on the shoulder button this time around. That's a bit scary. I mean, I hope this museum is insured, because that does not seem very safe. Also, the guy who... Oh, please don't overexert yourself. Turn in only a single lost item at a time. Oh my god, okay, that's true. Well, let's try to see if we can just fast travel here. Let's go to the information center and return this previous lost item. Okay. Thanks for turning this in. Okay, I have a feeling that somewhere out there's a lost item that longs for its home. Okay, you just say the same thing. I still don't really know what the actual purpose of this is. Okay. So let's just go back to the third area. Matt says, I've been doing YouTube for as long as you, I think, and I know nothing about microphones and cameras. Yeah, fair enough. But I have like an interest for them. I've been trying to learn more about microphones and cameras over the years. Like, I would know definitely more than the average person at this point. But I feel like I'm still missing a bit of that crucial knowledge to really say that I'm competent in it. But yeah, we got the lost item. I hate to think that there's just glasses here on the side of this. Like, who lost them here? Did they fall? Did they fall off the edge of the switch? They lost their glasses as they were falling? I collected the stamps, so I'm going to the next area. Mom, can you play the minigames? Alright, what do you think we're gonna get? There's definitely a stamp for the plus button, that's for sure. Surely there's stamps for all of these. So we may as well collect these real quick. And what do we get? Okay, it really does a satisfying little, like, thump vibration in the Joy-Cons every time you get one of these stamps. It's pretty nice. Feels kind of on par with, like, the PlayStation 5 DualSense in that sense. Did any of these exhibits catch your interest? I want to try out the stand angle minigame. Oh, and the one where the rumble turns into sound. Oh my god, this is gonna be another one of them where I can't do while docked. This is definitely not meant to be played docked, is it? You need 1 medal to play this game, and looks like you got it. Okay, I'll get this thing opened up. Here's the angle, including hints. Or guess the angle. Do you know what a 30-degree angle looks like? The Nintendo Switch 2 console's stand can be freely set within a range of angles. So we made this minigame to test how precisely you measure those angles. First, you set the stand to the angle shown on the screen, and then you get to find out just how accurate you were with your measurement. Okay, that's pretty cool. Of course, we can't play that. I guess they're measuring this with the gyro sensor that's in the Switch. That's actually pretty dope. Like, very much useless. No game other than Welcome Tour will ever make use of this. But actually kind of dope. Are you saying that I can use my Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour app to measure angles to, like, put a shelf on my wall? That's crazy. Absolute bonkers. What is this? Oh, it looks like you've got at least 4 medals. Right, it's all set up. Introducing Speed Maze, Long Walls. Okay, please tell me I don't need to be undocked for this. You got the hang of mouse controls yet? Yeah, they let you zip all over the place. Pretty slick. Try not to hit the electrified walls. Move quickly, but carefully, and get it in the hole. Reaching the goal is pretty tough, and getting the clear medal is even tougher. Okay. Let's try it. Finally a game we can play. A game that we can play docked while streaming. That's pretty nice. Okay, this exhibit requires mouse controls. Sure thing. Let me... The annoying thing is the straps kind of like, you know, there's the little round nubbin to tighten the wrist straps, and it keeps on scratching my desk. So I gotta like twist it in a weird way if I don't want my desk to be completely scratched by the end of the day. Okay, what do I have to do here? Hurry to the goal without touching the sides. Oh, that went well. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. Oh, it's like a time-based game, so you just gotta do this as fast as possible. Well, let's start by, like, just completing it. There we go. Okay, well, we were very close to not getting that medal. 2.5 seconds. My god, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, this is really tough. This is when you see if you're a pro PC gamer that's like used to actually doing mouse controls. Which is not me. Okay, oh god. I mean, the maze gets harder as you go down, of course. Oh my god. I'm gonna be here all day. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus. Okay, I gotta like try harder. The time is rough. I need this medal though. Cause like, otherwise we're locked out of other games. Just watch me here all day. You can tell I don't play shooters on PC. Oh my god. It's like turning that corner really fast without wasting too much time is rough. Oh, so close. This would maybe be easier at 120 FPS, who knows? It might, it might. Okay, we were on a good path. Oh, there we go. We did it. In the time. Nice. Okay, enough of that. Just practicing precise mouse controls. Nice. That was amazing, my eyes couldn't even keep up. You twisted and weaved around those walls like it was nothing. Do we want to try that one? I mean, we may as well. Oh, looks like you've got at least 7 medals. Right, it's all up. It's all set up. Introducing Speed Maze 2, up and down. Alright. You'll be moving vertically and you'll really need to zig and zag also. Okay. Okay. Time for this premium Nintendo game. Quadruple A level game. So 8 seconds and 3 seconds. Oh god. Okay, let's try to go slowly. Because 8 seconds doesn't sound too bad. Oh god. 3 seconds is rough, man. Because we were already over 3 seconds. You know, I'm failing at going in the lines that I expect that I would. There's also like a system-wide mouse sensitivity setting. I don't know if tweaking that would help. Like maybe high sensitivity is actually easier, I don't know. Or low sensitivity. Okay, well we got the base version done. Okay, it's at least 3.5 seconds. So I just gotta be like 1 second better. Which should be doable. Should, in theory, be doable. This is the moment where I'm happy I bought like a nice big mouse pad like ahead of time for the Switch 2. Because I used to just have a small mouse pad. Now I've got a whole desk-size mouse pad. So Nintendo can bring any wacky idea and I will take it! Oh my god, we were so close. I just like missed the end goal there. There we go, nice. Had to slam it really down at the bottom at the last second. Alright, we got both medals. Somehow it was easier than the first one. But that will certainly help us unlock more minigames, so that's good. Okay. You were winding up and down passages like a yo-yo on a deadline. And then, yeah, I guess they always have a level 3, but it's like a late game thing, you know? Oh, Area D is like inside the Joy-Con. Okay. And we are missing a lot of stamps, of course. Let's get the capture button. Or I guess, yeah, no, this is the C button. What am I saying? Okay, for game chat, of course. What do you have to say? Is this the new button? It sure is the new button. The home button, of course. There's a tech demo down there. We could try checking that one out. What is it about? How does it make sound when the volume is muted? It's so strange. I want another go. Is this about Joy-Cons making sound? I think so. I know what you're thinking. This isn't a game. It's a tech demo. And you're right, but give it a try. You'll get to hear the sounds that Joy-Con controllers can make. Now, as the name implies, HD Rumble 2 creates a rumble. But it's more than vibrations. It can actually make its own sounds, even without any speakers. You might want to lower your system volume or mute your TV if you want to give it a shot. So what do you say? You want to try out the HD Rumble sound demo? Sure, let's try it out. I'll probably just like put these real close to the mic. Okay, experience sound coming from a Joy-Con 2. Okay, experience rumble as sound, and then the other objectives are a mystery. Okay, button controls. So here I've got the Joy-Con. The Switch 2 System's HD Rumble feature can produce sound. Here you'll experience firsthand how these vibrations turn into sound. Okay, please mute the TV. Can't you just like not put any sound? Like, what's the point? Okay, so obviously the game's not making any sound right now. If I press A, this is gonna rumble, and we'll see how it sounds. I'm putting it up to the mic. Okay, you probably can't hear that. That's some pretty strong rumble, right? Well, it's about to get even stronger. I don't know how much you can hear this or not. Now the rumble is going to get more subtle, bit by bit. Yeah, just, you can maybe hear it. I mean, yeah, it kind of sounds like you can hear it as different notes, essentially. You'll notice that it's much less intense now. Oh yeah, it's practically doing a beep at this point. What was that? It almost sounds like an actual sound. Yeah, that literally does sound like an actual sound. Can you guys hear it? Wait, let me look at the audio meter here. Honestly, you can probably hear it pretty fine. The sound should be getting clearer now. Oh, this sounds familiar. Okay, so I just gotta keep pressing it, I guess. Oh, you got a 1-up. That's cool. Did you hear the 1-up sound? Okay, and play a coin sound effect. Sorry, did it do it? Oh, how was it? HD Rumble 2 can produce a much greater range of rumble. Go ahead and experiment with the sounds. When you're done playing it, don't forget to set the volume back to how it was. Well, we never muted it. I don't know what the point was. I mean, they're not doing volume. Do they just think, like, TV speakers have static, like, in the 80s? Okay, have a listen. So here's a coin sound. You might have to raise the stream volume there, but, here it is. And here's a 1-up sound. And there you go. But let's do it again. That's actually pretty cool. Cause like, the way it's doing the sound, it's not like shaking at all. You don't even feel it shake, and it's doing the sound. And like it sounds like it's coming from a speaker. That's pretty wild. And this is just a regular rumble. Well, I say regular, but it's changing notes. Can we reset it? No, you can only do it once. Let me do it with the other controller. It just changes pitch into different notes. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. And let's do them both at once, so maybe you can hear it better if I sync it up. And then you can like play them out of sync. Not bad, not bad. I don't know how much of that you could hear, but it is pretty cool. It literally sounds like a speaker. It doesn't really rumble as you do it. So like you don't even notice that it's from rumble. It literally just makes a sound. It's kind of mind-blowing actually. But that's good for that tech demo. We've pretty much exhausted everything you can do. But yeah, pretty neat, honestly. There's some nice little surprises in here, not gonna lie. I really hope that we're gonna hear a good amount of games do that. Of course, they're doing a coin sound. It's hard to say, like, how versatile the sound will be there. What possible sounds can games make? Can they literally make any sound? Can they just make specific sounds that happen to be that you can do a coin sound within the available range of sound? I don't know. You got that sound just from the rumble, right? It gets me every time. It is pretty cool, not gonna lie. But let's keep on getting these stamps real quick. What is this quiz about? There's more to the magnetic connectors than just strong magnets, you know. For instance, there's a tiny gap between the console and the Joy-Con 2. Okay, I actually do kind of want to know about the magnets, because that's the main new thing with the Switch 2. So let's see what we get here. Why attach with the buttons? When the Joy-Con 2 controllers connect to the Nintendo Switch console, the magnets in the console's main body attract the SL and SR buttons. Okay, so it looks like what the magnets are actually like in the console, and there's probably no magnets in the Joy-Con, which is actually good, because like one thing I've been worried about the Switch 2 is like, you know, if you like place magnets near like other objects, especially like hard drives or stuff, like you can potentially like damage other electronics or stuff like that. And, you know, I was kind of worried because the Joy-Con, you're like placing them on your desk, placing them everywhere. If the magnets are like in the console only, I guess it's less likely that you would put them close to something potentially dangerous, unlike the actual Joy-Con. So that's good if that's the case. There are a couple of reasons for this. For one, it makes the Joy-Con 2 controllers more difficult to detach. I mean, if there were not any magnets, they would not even hold. What are you saying, game? It's not more difficult, it just wouldn't work. The SL and SR buttons pop out ever so slightly when they're being pulled in by magnets. Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but yes, it just pulls them as far as they can go. This helps them attach snugly to the magnets. The SL, SR buttons have room to move a little in multiple directions. I mean, that's also just kind of a bit of inherent wiggle, right, with buttons in general. But I've never really played with these buttons yet. I'm just having fun clicking them now. Honestly, they feel pretty good. They're pretty easy to press. They're pretty big compared to, of course, the tiny little buttons on the original Switch Joy-Cons. But they're also not as hard to press. I think they were, like, not only were they small on the Switch one, but they were kind of hard to press. These ones press pretty nicely. They're very clicky, as you can maybe hear in the mic. I'm gonna press them a couple times. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that very well, but that's kind of what they sound like if you don't have a Switch 2 in hand. The SLSR buttons have room to move a little, okay. This makes them more difficult to detach even if you try to wiggle them around. Okay, fair enough. The Nintendo Switch 2 console has hidden openings on it, like this one. Oh, they're like peeling back the color tape, okay. Like this one here. This gives magnets room to stick out. Interesting. Wait, so it has openings. Is that like dangerous for water damage? I mean, if water gets there, that's probably bad already, but I guess if it's open, that's not great. This gives the magnets room to stick out. The openings are covered with a sheet of material that's around 0.2 millimeters thick. That actually makes a lot of sense, because I was looking at my Joy-Con grip the other day, and I was like, oh, it just looks like the colored tape is like, essentially just like a sticker, right? And I'm like, oh, you know, it looks a little cheap feeling, right? But as you can see here, it's also probably to maintain the strength of the magnets, because, I mean, if you had a proper, like, plastic there, I guess you would lose a lot of strength, right? So, you know what? That actually makes sense. I can excuse the fact that they practically just have a tape covering that up. Whether the glue on that tape will dry up in a couple years, I don't know. Will they have to sell us replacement tape? Possibly. But yeah, so it's just a tiny little tape. There was literally, there was an animation, okay, of them pulling it up. Interesting. The closer a magnet is to what it's attracted to, the stronger the force. Yeah, I think it might even be exponential, I don't know. I should know this from physics class. That's why each one is covered with such a thin sheet. That makes sense. Alright. But I'm happy we're finally learning about this, because the magnets are like the big thing with the Switch 2. The thing I was like concerned about for a long time as well, to see how it holds up and all that stuff. If you look closely at where the Joy-Con 2 controller is attached to the console, you'll notice there's a very narrow gap. There's actually a very important reason for this gap. It makes it harder to detach the Joy-Con. Oh, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Like, not to give, like, any sort of type of lever opportunity. Without this gap, if you tried to twist the Joy-Con controllers, the principle of leverage would make it easier to detach. Yeah, that's why, like, the button is literally just a nubbin that, like, pushes on one side. They just take advantage of, like, a lever to, like, balance out the pull strength versus the strength of the magnets. But that's actually interesting, because there was a small gap on the Switch 1. It's mostly just so that things don't like scratch each other too much, but I guess there's also a second purpose to the gap. Even the tiniest of gaps is there for a reason. Alright, that's pretty cool. Alright, the magnetic connectors stay strong. These connectors on the Nintendo Switch 2 console are what connect the Joy-Con 2 controllers to the console. You may think they look a little flimsy at first. Okay, thank you for acknowledging that, Nintendo, at least. But you can rest assured that the connectors have been designed to be safely used for a long time. First of all... okay. The colored parts of the Joy-Con 2 controllers slot firmly into the console. Okay, I need to re-see this animation, though. So there's some wiggle room, so that's not too bad. Okay. While the connectors on the console and the controllers loosely attached, this is still enough to connect them, however. Yeah, so they're kind of purposefully loose. It looks like there's a part that moves up and down to give it some wiggle room, but it just like clamps back on it or something. As a result, even if you twist the Joy-Con controllers attached to the console, force will first be applied to the colored parts of the controller. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, are they showing that the connector inside actually, like, moves? Is that what they're trying to say? I guess that is what they're trying to say. I guess I didn't look at the Joy-Con close enough yet, but maybe, yeah, maybe it moves separate from the body. That's clever. This makes it difficult to apply force to the actual connectors. Okay, video shown for illustrative purposes only. What's more, even if you do forcefully twist the Joy-Con 2 controllers attached to the console, there's actually a little leeway for the connectors to move around. Okay, wait, let's see that again. So yeah, they're like on the very edge right now. And they're saying like, yeah, I guess the connectors move on their own. They do sort of move. Interesting. Since the connectors move in the direction that they're twisted, it's harder to apply force to them. Nice. You know, I appreciate that from Welcome Tour, because that was one of the main concerns, of course, I have with the Switch 2. A lot of the main concern a lot of people have, getting to learn how it works and how it's all been planned out. That makes a lot of sense. It took them like many years to come up with that, because they did say, like in an interview, they were trying to get the magnets to work for Switch 1 and they just couldn't really figure it out in time, you know? So let's take the quiz. But that was really cool. Honestly, I very much appreciate that insight. There have been some cool ones so far, like the Joy-Con sound tech demo we just did, this. The microphone stuff has been very insightful. Some of the earlier quizzes are pretty like straightforward and more obvious, but like that's not too bad. Matt says, you gonna take your Switch for a swim? Yeah. Water damage? I don't know. Yeah, probably there's no reason. Like I never got water on my original Switch. Just I guess don't play it in the rain in tabletop mode, I guess. But yeah. Here we go. Let's try out the quiz. Let's see if we can do any good. Magnetic Connectors Volume 2. Question number 1. What happens to the SL and SR buttons when they're attached? I guess they stick out a bit, is what they said. Roughly how thin are the sheets of material that cover the magnets? 0.2 millimeters. It's just a sticker, man. Okay, the gap. The player LED becomes visible. What is that? That's funny. There's not even... Yeah, they don't have the LED on the home button. Because the Switch 1 used to have an LED around the home button that they literally never used. Same for the Pro Controller. But if you connect them to a PC, the LED actually turns on. Okay, they become harder to detach, yes. In what way was this connector on the console fitted? I guess it's loosely fitted. I don't remember them actually outright mentioning it, but they said it's, obviously there's some gap to it. Nice. So what is the, like, endgame for this? Do you get any sort of rewards other than, like, satisfyingly ticking boxes off of the list here? How far in are we? Okay, we only have access to the areas that we have so far. As you can see, I skipped a bunch of the insights so far. There's some minigames that I skipped as well. We still don't have the medal for the Super Mario Bros. 4K. But we can try the noise reduction one, because the mic stuff was cool. Now we got enough medals for it. Let's just quickly get these stamps while we're in this portion of the Joy-Con. Grab the connector. Okay, this, oh, I guess that's what they meant by the player LED. Okay, I was confused, but it makes sense. They were like, oh, you know, you can see the player LED, but that's not the purpose of the gap. This is the only LED that's lit up. I can't help but stare at it. Yes, just hypnotized by the green LED. Of course, we've got the mouse sensor. I got a perfect score, impressive, right? Yeah, I'm pretty good at quizzes. Okay, SR button. Pretty good. There's another quiz here we can do. We're not gonna do that just yet, though. Is it gonna talk about the release button? And I feel like the quiz will probably talk about the release button. But let's do like a tech demo. We can go back to the screen ones now that we have enough medals. Because there's no more like mini games here. There's just quizzes. This one I'll do in handheld mode. And then it's kind of like just going to the other areas. Yeah, so each area has a different music, I guess. Sorry, so what do we have here? There was the fireworks one. Yeah, so the only one we could probably do is this one with the mic. And, okay, you've got 9 medals you need. Looks like someone's really been squirreling them away. Okay, we have 12 now, luckily, thanks to the games over there. Okay, just a sec, I'll open the demo for you. Okay, and we'll have to see what it does. Now, this isn't exactly a game, but do you know about all this noise reduction stuff? Well, we got the insights about it. It was pretty interesting, honestly. It's a feature of the microphone on the Nintendo Switch 2 console. It gets rid of just about all unwanted sounds, making it easier to hear people's voices. I guess that's why the techies call it noise reduction. Go ahead and give it a test run. Turn on a vacuum cleaner or something, see what made it quieter. Okay, let's try it out. I guess we're gonna try out the microphone on the Switch 2 live on stream. Okay, the exhibit requires stick and button controls. So we just gotta record audio and play back the recording to get a medal. Oh, that's cool, look at that. It's like visualizing me talking. The Switch is probably like 75 centimeters or like 2 to 3 feet away from me right now. It's like right in front of me because I'm playing at a computer monitor. So, I mean, that should be... I mean, it's a pretty ideal scenario, you know? It's pretty quiet here, and I'm speaking pretty close to it, like barely any further away than if it was in handheld mode. Okay. Yep, so the Switch 2 microphone aims to reduce noise and leave only people's voices. Try speaking in a noisy environment. Maybe run a vacuum cleaner to make some noise. Okay. So let's record this and see what we have. Alright, man. So this is just the microphone on the Switch 2, and I don't know, there's not much noise. Let's play it back, I guess. Whether the noise has been reduced. There was no noise, so let's give it a go for this one first. Alright, man. So this is just the microphone on the Switch 2, and Alright, you just got the worst audio recording that you've ever seen on this channel in 9 years. But yeah, maybe I could like play some sound. What could I play? Like, I have nothing here, but I could maybe like just cue up some sound on my phone or something. Any sound recommendation, folks? Also, like, not copyrighted. That would be a good idea. Maybe like some music, you know? I could, I think I can play like just like Zelda and Chill, which is the soundtrack that I use at the start of my streams. Because that way, like, it can't get copyrighted any worse than me already using it at the start of the streams. Let me find it in my music playlist. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna place it like very close to the microphone. And it's gonna sound very staticky, which might be a good thing. I don't know. But we're gonna try it. This feels weird. This feels weird to do on stream. Man in a microwave. Yeah. The worst audio you've ever seen on the channel. I don't know how this sounds through the actual stream mic right now. Obviously, it's not getting filtered out. But let's record something. Let's record it. Alright, we have Zelda and Chill, and we are talking. And, okay, we've got Zelda and Chill in the background, and we're talking, and we're gonna see how it goes. Okay. Now I can actually mute this, and we can actually have a listen to the game here. So I'm just gonna be quiet here and play it. Okay, we've got Zelda and Chill in the background, and we're talking, and we're gonna see how it goes. Well, you can still hear it, but it probably is louder. Like, it lowered the volume quite a bit to the actual thing where I'm blasting it at, like, full volume. You probably got the comparison with the actual stream mic, where I bet you the music was as loud, if not louder, than me talking. But that's interesting. Obviously, you can test this at home with more ambitious ideas of sound. Also, like, debatably, music is, I don't know, debatably not something it would block out. If I do, I don't know. I don't got anything here, but obviously, like, try the vacuum, try the blender, try all the crazy things, you know? Okay. So, not too bad. Not too bad of a tech demo, I suppose. Yeah, one of my videos, I thought about that, but I mean, that would just be talking, right? So it wouldn't block it, because it's literally the same voice too. So how'd it go? Did the console remove the unwanted noise? Well, it definitely diminished the noise, so not too bad. Yeah, I'm just looking around me. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to test it any better right now. Okay. What? Nothing was left but voices, right? Huh? You wanted my voice to disappear too? Ha, what a kidder. Alright. Well, we got that medal, so that ain't too bad. Yeah, I mean, what other minigames do we have? There were only 2 on the Joy-Con right there. Let's see, we're missing like a few stamps, I think, from the Joy-Con over there. Let's try to collect those last stamps. Just make it to the next area just for the sake of it. Oh. Yeah, of course, the stamps for ZL and ZR. They didn't actually place them on the buttons. They just kind of mirrored the same place. We've got these buttons. Surely there's one for the stick somewhere. Yep, there it is. Oh, there's 2. Oh yeah, of course, the NFC touch point is on this one. You can scan Amiibo by holding it here. Of course. Was forgetting about that. And there's 1 left. It is probably... Where does this go? There's something at the bottom there. I don't know exactly where this goes. Did we miss something here? Regarding the rails? Maybe here? Where would the last one be? Also, what is the last one? Do we have any idea? It's right beside the mouse sensor and the magnetic connector. I mean, the menu seems laid out in like a pretty logical way. Oh, there it is. It's, yeah, I mean, yeah, the mouse foot. Sneakily hiding there on the side. Oh, wait, that wasn't the last one. I guess I missed 2. So what else do we have here? The sync button. Probably the player LED somewhere, right? Yeah, there we go. The player LED. Nice. Okay. So we unlocked Area D, which is actually going inside of the Joy-Con, I think. So that's interesting. Did you get all the stamps? We sure did. Yep, looks like they're all here. Good stuff. You can head on down. Go down the ladder to get the next area, Area D. Watch your step. Oh, but before you head down, I have an important safety message for you. Regardless of how badly you may want to see the inside of hardware, like a game console or controllers, Please do not disassemble any of it. It could be very dangerous to do so. Instead, you can safely observe the interior contents from the safety of this welcome tour. Boo! Going against repairing. You can't do that. Right to repair, man. But, like, I get it. If you're a kid, don't, like, disassemble your Joy-Con being clueless and just, like, break it and not be able to put it back apart, like, together. But still. It's totally safe to open it, as long as you know what you're doing and you don't ruin it in the process. But there we go. We're just on the motherboard of the Joy-Con, which of course is, I mean, this looks like a stylized, simplified look, of course, if I had to assume. Maybe not, maybe not. We'll have to see a teardown. I think iFixit posted a teardown this morning. I'm excited to look at it. But there's the full Joy-Con. I'm gonna have fun taking pictures of that. By the way, it auto-uploads to the Nintendo Switch 2 app now on your phone, so it's also very nice and convenient. But we've got a bunch of little, like, transistors, I guess. I don't know electronics enough in that sense. I would assume it's a transistor, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But yeah, then you've got the button pads and stuff. The home button, but from the inside. And we've got this one here, the C button, of course, from the inside as well. What do you have to say? Wow, what is this place? Okay, that's all they had to say. The Joy-Con 2 chip. Doing all the processing. I guess that's like the main chip then. This is probably a screw hole. I don't know. Maybe it's just a hole, but I assume it's a screw hole. Side B. Okay. Oh, we still forgot to bring back the glasses. That's unfortunate. Can we go up here? Nah. There's a tech demo over here. I mean, let's map the plus button. You can see there's like springs on the triggers and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Oh wow, there's a spring on this side too. Yeah, I mean, they gotta make it so you can press it kind of in both directions for mouse mode and stuff. But that's pretty cool. I can't find the rest of the stamps. Not sure I've looked under the ladder yet. So what is this tech demo? Oh, you've got 4 medals there, huh? I guess that means this is like open now? What is this about? This isn't a minigame or anything, you know. It's like about super resolution. I don't know if you've heard of that. But what's this attraction about anyway? You're gonna try to find out? It's a type of technology that takes fuzzy, unclear pictures sharp and focused, I think. And the detail parts that aren't drawn in, it guesses and makes them look pretty and stuff. What else? Oh yeah, you get to see what the same picture looks like before and after. Okay, we're not gonna do that yet because we're about to wrap up the stream. I was just curious, but it's not like related to the insides of the Joy-Con or anything. It might be a bit more technical, I suppose. I don't know if they tend to put more technical demos in the inside of the console. But let's go down there, because I'm curious. Like, there's another level. We're like a second layer deep in the Joy-Con now. Really seeing how all the triggers are made. I think the inner parts of the R and ZR button and release buttons are somewhere around here. How do they work? Yeah, is there a stamp? Maybe not. Oh, that's where there's the golf mini game, which was really cool, right? I mean, what time is it? We could maybe give this a quick shot. Okay, it looks like you have at least 1 medal. Yeah, weirdly, this only takes 1 medal. Okay. Let's see, scoring in this minigame is a little different from real golf. It's based on speed, but not numbers of strokes. Okay. Yeah, this one was really cool, and I was really excited when we saw this in the Nintendo Treehouse, because, like, it's using mouse and gyro, which you don't really have on PC. It's mouse combined with the fact that you can twist the mouse, and it actually does something based on that. So let's try that out. Putt quickly into the hole. So like, okay, you've got the mouse, you can just move everywhere, and then, but you can also twist, which is really cool. I don't know if it's gonna bounce off the edge here. Oh, it's literally like a speed putt. Oh no. Oh no, what am I doing? Okay, I fell off the edge of the map here. Oh god. No! Whoops, I hit it from the side. Oh, that was... I'm just trying to get par 2, even though it doesn't matter, as they said. Oh, that's like right on the edge there. Oh, that was not good. I gotta focus. Oh, that did not work very well. Yeah, how does the stamina bar work? It gives you like an estimate of how much strength is behind your shot. Wait, I gotta recalibrate, man. Okay. Nah, now it's better. Oh god. Wait. There we go, at least we got it in. And 10 seconds, not bad. Can we get 5? I don't know. Let's try to get it in 5. Let's recalibrate. Oh no. 6 seconds, not bad. Oh no. No. It's not 100% precise, if I'm being honest. It sort of loses track of exactly the specific orientation that I'm in. Nice, we got it in 5 seconds. 3 shots though. Would have been faster if it was aimed properly on the second shot. Oh, I didn't mean to try again. Because we're totally done. We got all the medals. Alright, pretty cool. Okay, you sunk that putt really quickly. Looks like you found a good route. Okay, and there's part 2, but we need a lot more medals. Well, only 2 more medals, I guess. Hey, you got any more clear medals yet? What? You have that many? Well, I still have more than you. Sure thing, buddy. So there's another tech demo here. This is related to the Rumble again, I would assume, because it's placed on the Rumble motor. So yeah, this is just the second layer. I suppose we're standing on the battery, or maybe the battery's under this shell of plastic. I don't really know. But we're gonna go back up, because as I said, we're gonna wrap it up here for today pretty much. But yeah, overall, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour has been a pretty fun surprise. Like, you gotta know what you're getting into. It's a pretty chill, laid-back little experience. And obviously, it's probably even better if you don't have to read it out loud all the time. And you literally just can focus on quickly reading everything. But yeah, there's been some fun little demos, some nice little insights. It was pretty cool overall, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, of course, I'm interested in tech in general, so learning about it is always fun to me. Whether this is worth it for just your average person who maybe doesn't care about tech as much, it's hard to say, but I think you would have to judge on your own merits based on what you've just seen here today, essentially. But yeah, it's charming, it's nice, it's quirky, and the demos are pretty interesting. Unfortunately, we had to skip over a good chunk of them because all the screen demos, like right here, were like, you need 120 FPS, so I need to put it in handheld mode. Some of them are actually just like straight up handheld mode demos as well. But there's a lot more to it. How many areas are there, like in terms of content? Let's try to have a look at the content here. I don't know if it said how many areas. I think this person at the start here, there was somebody who mentioned how many areas there are. Let's see. I think, okay, can I guess who it was? It might have been this person. No, it was close though. Maybe this person. Nope. How about you? Yes, okay. So they have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and L. So what, that's like 12 areas if I'm not mistaken. Assuming that's not like misleading and she's not just having fun counting off the alphabet. But 12 areas is pretty big indeed. I mean, we did what, like 4 areas? We didn't really finish all 4 though. We did a good little chunk of 4 areas while, you know, we're not done the inner part. I guess we did a good chunk of this. There's 2 quizzes that we did not do here. Here we haven't played most of it because you need 120 FPS. And over here, I think we've done most of it here, maybe even all of it. I think, no, there's some quizzes we did not do. But yeah, that's 4 areas. There's literally 8 more. They all related to, I guess, the other components. Like, I don't know if you can go to the dock itself, but as you can see, you can go to like the Joy-Con grip. There's stuff about the Pro Controller. There's stuff about the camera. Matt says, "Aight, see ya." Thanks for dropping by. It was a pleasure. We're going to be playing more Mario Kart World tomorrow, by the way, for anyone interested. Playing with viewers, so if you're just there to watch, that's awesome. We'll have a blast like the other day. If you've got a Switch 2, then you can feel free to join in next time. But yeah, overall welcome tour. Pretty nice surprise. As I said, if you liked what you saw here today, it's probably worth it. Like, if you enjoy those vibes, if you enjoy learning about the tech, it's probably worth it. Should it have been a pack-in? Yes. Obviously, it should have been a pack-in. Because this is just like learning about the console. Like, does it really matter how much money they do on this? I don't know. Like, do they really need the money? Because it is kind of like tech demo-y and stuff. Like, I don't know. They shouldn't have charged for this. But as a game developer, as somebody interested in hardware, I'm still happy I bought it, and it's good fun. Obviously not a lot of replayability to this one. Once you go through it, you're probably just going to be done with it, realistically. But we've been going for almost 3 hours, and we're only a third of the way through, not even, because, you know, when you get further in the game, you can go back to earlier minigames and play more advanced versions. We've skipped some quizzes, we've skipped some insights, we've skipped some tech demos we just couldn't play in docked mode. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have to look it up. Obviously, there's people who probably beat this game already, even though we're just like 3 days into the Switch 2 launch. But there might genuinely be like 10 hours of content in here if I had to guess at this point. And that's not too bad for the price, if that's your sort of thing. But yeah, overall, I think that's all I can say. Like, it really depends on if this is your sort of thing. So I hope that I was able to make a good showcase today of what types of things you can expect out of Welcome Tour to make an informed purchasing decision. If you're mad that I bought it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for supporting Nintendo in this. I like the content, not necessarily that they're charging for it. But for me, at least it's worth the money for me. But yeah, I'm not a big fan that they're charging for it in general, I suppose. But you got to see at the end that you get to go inside the consoles, so it does get a bit more technical later on, which is pretty cool. You don't really see that from Nintendo very often. We've seen in previews that you get to go into the Nintendo Switch console itself, not just the Joy-Cons, so that's pretty cool. We had some nice tech demos. At the end we found one about super resolution. The Joy-Con sounds were great. The 4K one it's not too bad. There's other ones that we saw. The mouse control ones were pretty good. That's the bulk of what we did today, I guess, in the sense, is mouse control stuff. But as we get to the other accessories, there might be more. So overall, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So yeah, hope you enjoyed what you saw here today, and you can make a good decision out of that. Let me know if you want me to to play more Welcome Tour on the channel in the future for whatever reason, maybe it's worth it. Who knows? I had good fun. It was chill, honestly. But I might play more of this on my own. We'll have to see. Depends how people feel about it. But with that said, if you enjoyed yourself here today, consider subscribing for more Nintendo Switch 2 coverage. I've got a lot of videos planned, including about some of the stuff we learned about today. It was really cool learning about like how the magnets are built, how the connectors near the magnets are built to not break, and all the stuff they did to avoid that. Learning about the noise cancellation and everything that went into it. There's more than you would think, which is surprising. But just learning about that was surprisingly cool and unexpected. So overall, I actually really enjoyed myself here today playing this. I didn't think I would necessarily be going that far in saying that, but yeah, it was genuinely very entertaining. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So yeah, subscribe for more Nintendo Switch 2 content. We've got some videos planned in the coming days. I've got a video talking about the eShop that will likely go up and all the cool changes they have made there. Possibly some stuff about the webcam, the camera, and we'll be playing some more games every day. We've played Mario Kart World already. You can check that out on the channel. We'll be playing more Mario Kart World tomorrow. And then on Monday, we'll be trying out some Breath of the Wild in 4K, so that should be very exciting. If there's any other games you would like me to play, let me know. We might play some Fast Fusion in the future and stuff like that. But it's looking very exciting for Switch 2 with Donkey Kong and all that good stuff, so it's gonna be a fun year. I'm just happy to have the Switch 2. It's a nice console, and this Welcome Tour shows it off very well. So with that said, have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to like this if you found it informative. Maybe even share it with somebody who wants to learn more about Welcome Tour. So either they can get mad about it or realize that, hey, maybe it's actually cool. Not the price, but at least the content. So have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I will see you soon for a lot more Nintendo Switch 2 content. Alright, have a great rest of your weekend, and stay tuned for more. Bye-bye!